Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here on my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions. All of our favorite shows. Tonight, we are talking Love and Marriage DC. This is season 1, episode 8. I believe the title was Friends or Foes. Couldn't find the title on my Philo app again on my TV, so I had to Google it. I don't know what was going on with that. Anyway. Before we get into this video, please click that thumbs up button, comment, subscribe, and share. But especially subscribe, y'all. Don't hurt to subscribe over here, okay? We're keeping it moving on at the Brandy Yvonne channel. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content, and I appreciate all of your wonderful support. So we're going to get into the video, okay? This episode was good. It's leading us up to the even better stuff, though, next week, I would say. Okay, it's really late here on the West Coast, so I'm gonna try to get through this as quick as possible because I got to go to bed, got a train to catch. Anyway, so to go through the episode, I'm probably gonna go out of order, but we're gonna get through all of it. Like I said, it was a good episode. So anyway, the episode starts off where we left off with Irena and Winter fussing and fighting. I forgot they was arguing last week, so that's where we left off this week. Irena was asking Winter, hey, do you think you still, you're messed up from the things you went through with Kevin? So Winter was like, well, do you think you messed up from things you went through with Jamie? And she was like, no, and you don't need to be speaking on my husband's name. And, I told you things in confidence. And y'all, I don't do the fussing and fighting scenes well. I don't remember everything they said verbatim. Winter was hurling insults. Irena was over it. Irena was like, the girl was making her so mad and frustrated because Winter wasn't understanding where Irena was coming from. So Irena said that she was just, throwing anything out there to get under Winter's skin at that point because Winter really took Irena out of her character. And what she did, Irena was really, really mad. I think Irena felt betrayed. And she probably felt like Winter kind of weaponized the information against her. And I think Winter did, okay? Winter was looking for a way to one-up Irena and Ashley after they got into her at that dinner, at that vegan dinner that nobody wanted to be at. Didn't nobody want to be at. So, Winter definitely is getting the get back with the girls, okay? And Winter got some shady comments, okay? Winter got some quick shade. I ain't mad at it. We're going to get into Winter in a little bit, though. So, anyway, they fussing and fighting. So Winter was like, Raina, I know you're the oldest one in her confessional. Winter throws shade in the confessional, but don't throw it in person. That's one thing I don't like about her. So anyway, in her confessional, Winter said, oh, I know Raina, you're the oldest one out of the group, but honey, you need to, we do not have to listen and take orders from you. You need to sit down and act like a grown woman. She called her Raina Bunny Tyler. I don't know why she called her Bunny. Or maybe she said Bonnie. I don't know. Anyway, y'all let me know in the comments what the hell Winter said. So, anyway, they fussing and fighting. Eventually, Irena dismissed Winter. Winter's like, no, I'm leaving. Irena's like, well, you can just go, girl, bye. She was like, Irena's like, I know what my husband's going on with my husband. I told you my husband never cheated on me. I never said that, basically feel like Winter is put 2010 what she was saying about Jamie and Irena. Winter was like, you don't know what's going on with your husband. You don't know everything. So basically, they fussed and fight. That was the end. So anyway, then we get to the NCAA event in Baltimore. So shout out to Baltimore. I really want to visit the DMV area, y'all. So one day, hopefully I get there. So they're having an event. I forgot the name of the location, but I know it's a significant place out there that I saw on Twitter. So anyway, they get to the restaurant and everyone is there. Jamie and DJ Quick are arguing and bantering about who's having the biggest NCAA events and who's winning. They had a bet for the weekend, and DJ Quick feels like he's winning. Jamie's like, well, I don't know yet, and Jamie's like, Quick saying Baltimore's his city. Jamie's saying he had a better turnout, so they arguing and fussing. Well, just having playful banter about it. So the woman was like, okay, whatever, let's sit down. And so we have Ashley there, DJ Quick, Irena. Looked like Brittany was there too, Jamie, and then the Samuels came, and then Tasha and her husband came. So Monique was telling Tasha she missed a lot, after she got back from Africa and the girls had their lunch while she was gone. She missed everything in between that, leading up till now. So I think Winter has already filled Tasha in the way Tasha was talking. She was like, "Yeah, I heard," and she's like, "I think the girls had a miscommunication and all this stuff." And so Ashley is saying, in her cutscene that Tasha's team Winter and her and DJ Quick are not here for the winter. They don't like the winter. Everything dies in the winter. I feel y'all. I don't like the winter either. It's too cold. So anyway, everybody starts talking about all the mess with Winter, and Monique feels like things were relayed to her from Winter incorrectly, and then she feels bad because she thought that it got popping at the lunch and it really didn't. And like I said, y'all, a few episodes ago, Winter initially did relay the information to Monique all wrong. She's put 20 on 10. She was saying things out of order and incorrectly. However, Monique kind of magnified it at this point. So I can't even put all the blame on Winter like I was. I do have to flip some blame on Monique now. Because Monique, you just keep it going. You keep stirring it. You keep bringing it up at every event, every scene, every episode. And frankly, I'm tired of it, Monique. You don't have your own good storyline going on, I guess. I don't know. But I'm tired of it, girl. So Monique is keeping it going. The way Monique is going back and forth with information is incorrect. She's a bone collector. She's playing both sides, and I'm tired of it. So anyway, everyone's talking about that, and Irena's talking about the nicknames that Winter came up for Jamie, and DJ Quick's nickname, and DJ Quick said don't bother him because Winter don't exist in his mind. Okay, so then Jamie came over there. He was tired of all the fussing and carrying him on about Winter. He was like, hey, calm down. Hey, no more. Hey, be quiet, be quiet. And he did. So everybody was like looking at him because he grabbed Irena's jaw when he was saying it. And so everybody started like stopped and was like, like, what are you about to do? And then and DJ Quick and Ashley's professional, they're like, yeah, Jamie, like, we get where it's coming from. We started talking about the Winter stuff too. Ashley was pretty much quiet the whole time, but they were like, yeah, but he can get a little aggressive. I'm like, oh, please, would y'all stop putting this aggressive thing on Jamie? I know he can have a bad attitude, but I just hate for them to keep labeling him as that. Not to say he doesn't have aggressive moments on the show, but I don't want it, people are going to keep assuming that, maybe him and Rena have some domestic violence, all that. We don't want to go down that road for them. I personally love Jamie and Rena. I love their marriage. I love how they fuss and fight, but they are still always teammates. They stick together. They fuss and fight and make up again. And they've been together 26 years. I didn't take it as a bad, it was like, oh, no, he's not grabbing her jaw, but they've been married so long, I'm sure that didn't really faze her. She was irritated with him, and she was like, can you please walk away? I hollered. I was like, you're going to go off, Irena. So I think Irena and Jamie just give each other that same energy, and it's kind of funny to watch, and I like seeing their families. I like them. So anyway, she was like, can you please walk away? And then she was like, no, for real, walk away. And then he was like, we're here to have a good time. We want to keep talking about this lady. Like, let's turn up. Let's enjoy this day party. So, he was right. We need to let it go. So anyway, but Raina wanted to tell her story, okay? So, but Jamie do be hushing her. I don't like that. I will say that. I don't like that. So anyway, then, they all having a good time. Monique is happy. The kids, be away from the kids, have a good time. Oh, speaking of the kids, I forgot, let me back it up. When Monique and Chris came in, DJ Quick was like, oh, congratulations in order, because Monique, started the new morning radio job, and Quick was, used to do that too, so he can, relate. And so then Chris, they were talking about it, they're like, good for you, Monique. She's like, yeah, it's like being at home. And Chris is like, yeah, I'm at home struggling with them kids. They running me ragged. I'm tired of them kids. They wake up fussing and fighting in the morning. I'm trying to get them in order. I'm trying to deal with this and break up fights. I'm tired of them kids. Like, soon as Monique was getting her congratulations, he was like, don't forget about me over here struggling with these kids. I'm struggling with these kids. Even Raina's like, he said he tired of the kids. He is tired. Chris is tired of them kids, okay? So anyway, they all had a good time at the day party. Moving on. So then, let's see. I know we saw let's just get to Raina and Jamie, right? So Raina and Jamie had Terry, the intuitive healer, come back over. Raina was putting some food together. And so Jamie's like, what you doing? She was like, oh, we got Terry coming over, so I'm just putting some snacks and stuff out. And so she's like, remember we agreed to do this? So Terry came. He's like, she here. And so then Terry, she's like, so why am I here? So Raina begins to explain about, her need to be perfect, all this stuff. And Jamie was like, no, we here because, you said that I'll be aggressive and I'll be like, he interrupted her and she's like, well, I'm trying to like get to the point. She's like, no, but she said, why you here? Like, get to why she here. And so then she was like, well, I'm trying to get help for me too. So I'm trying to explain what I need. And so like, I know exactly, Raina was just trying to talk about what she's going through. But then Jamie is very like, okay, come on, get to the point. Like, he do be wanting things his way. And he's like, about it. And it's like, relax, Jamie, relax. So then Terry kind of sitting there like cringing inside, like, ooh, y'all need some help. So then Terry's like, I can just see from your interaction right now that that it can really come across look like you guys can have some serious problems from the outside looking in. And then she was like talking about Jamie, and she's like, she's seeing, oh, sorry, y'all. She's seeing that, like seeing his dad with an iron, making a black mark. I don't know what all that meant. Y'all know I'm not into that intuitive stuff. I believe in Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. But anyway, so she was explaining how like his dad was very much his way or the highway. And so he was like, Jamie was like, yeah, like, I grew up in the 80s in DC. It was tough. You could either, end up knocked up, dead and all that. So, my dad, he really was stern and hard on us. And that's how I am the way I am today. His parents split up when he was about 8 years old, and he went to live with his dad. And then after so he moved straight from his dad into living with Raina. So, that Jamie's tough exterior is explained a lot by his upbringing. Okay, he behaves in the way his dad raised him, basically. And I guess he's probably gonna have a hard time shedding that and letting that go. The intuitive said something about him. I don't know if she said he had an issue, but something about motherly, feminine energy. He having a problem with that, and she said it's ironic that he married like this perfect and womanly goddess, which is Irena. So it was just funny, and so they both like a certain structure. They both need to be perfect, and so Terry was basically talking about that, and something she said kind of struck a nerve with Jamie because she's like, oh yeah, I can see your jaw clenched there, and also I don't know if it all sunk into Jamie. Jamie probably don't take Terry seriously, so I don't know. It might have been a waste of time, y'all. I don't know, but I mean, I will say, his upbringing probably plays a big part into who he is, and maybe Jamie could stand to get some counseling, deal with, the fact that maybe he wasn't raised by his mom. I don't know how much the mom was in his life or not. Maybe he can let some of that bulliness down, let that guard down, and relax a little bit. And so, anyway, then we see, let's get to Monique and Chris, right? So Monique and Chris go to Dance to Mitch's, which is owned by our girl, Takia, from Ready to Love DC. Potomac season. Sorry, not the DC season. Potomac was that season 5. Y'all know Ready to Love had the seasons all screwed up on the internet. But anyway, so Miss Takia, y'all remember Takia from Ready to Love Potomac? They went to her dance studio, so they were doing. But the lady who instructed them was not Takia. Okay, so they basically were doing some kind of I don't remember the name of it or if they said the name, but it was kind of like exercise where they get really close to each other, like maybe like erotic exercise. I don't know. And they were doing all these different moves, and they were, having to squat right in front of each other and do all these interesting things to, I guess, kind of build intimacy. And after the lady left, Monique and Chris were talking, and Monique was saying she met up with somebody and was talking about Chris, and Chris was like, hold up. because, you know, you've been talking about me a lot, so what you been saying? And then she was like, oh, I'm just saying how I want you to do this and that. And he was like, yeah, because you always, you know, are putting me down in every scenario, and I don't like that. Like, you never tell me how good I'm doing. You know, I do this and that for the kids. I get them breakfast, I get them ready, I do all this, and you never give me any kind of credit. You always make it like I don't do anything. And she's like, no, I do give you credit. I'm not trying to put you down. And then she was like, I do tell you that sometimes. And he was like, it's not enough. So I'm like, finally, Chris said, let's set Monique straight. Like, finally, finally. I was so glad that he got her all the way together, because she needed to be gotten together. Like, girl, we sick of you have berated this man this whole season, and she trying to act like she didn't know what she was doing. And I'm like, Monique, girl, we all seen it all season. Even on House of Potomac, we saw it. So she's like, oh, I apologize. You know, I just be expressing to people what I want to change. And I guess I'm always expressing it like that because it's bothering me. But at the same time, I don't want to be hurting you and make it like I don't appreciate you, don't talk bad about you. And maybe I need to take a different approach. And so she did apologize, and he accepted the apology. And they laughed and hugged. She's like, oh, this is the Chris I miss. And she was like, you know, what do you want to do? You know, I just want to, like, asking him, like, again, like, about his passion. He said, you know, sometimes he you know, enjoys his family's first for him, but sometimes he does want to get into coaching. She's like, you should just do it. And so then he was about to say something else about that. She was like, oh, you know, I'll support you. We'll just support each other. And then he was going to say something else, and she cut him off. And then she went to talk about, yeah, when I was going to do the radio and this and that. So then she made it all about her. Then she didn't let him finish his thought and talked about she going to do the couples retreat at their lake houses. Remember, they got a lake house. Remember, everybody went down to the lake house on one of them seasons of Real Housewives of Potomac. I want to say it was season 3 or 4. Anyway, maybe it was Monique's first. Yeah, it had to be season 3 or 4. So anyway, they going down to that lake house in Southern Maryland. I'm excited actually to see the lake house again because I forgot about it. So anyway, they're talking about they're going to do that. Chris thinks it's a good idea. It's a way for everyone to, you know, hang out, relax. If they're going through something, let it go, chill out, and all that. So anyway, they hug, laugh, have a good time. They, you know, they look like they did reconnect. So that was good. So anyway, let's go to when Monique talks about Winter. Okay, or talks to Winter. So Monique went to Winter's house when Winter was talking on the phone to her mama. She got the phone. She on that same white blazer she always has on for every scene, every confessional scene. So anyway, Monique came. She had to pop the bottle of champagne. Anyway, Monique was like, yeah, I'm just trying to, you know, figure out what's going on because the way you told me, you know, she said, first of all, let me tell you, I told the girls the nicknames you got for their husband because, like, for me, I'm not a person that likes, you know, my husband getting nicknamed and, you know, they don't know you that well, so they might appreciate that. And I went through that before. So Monique is trying to make it like she's doing so much better than what was going on the Potomac Housewives. And it's like, girl, you're doing the same thing they was doing. So you're not above it. So anyway, Winter looked kind of shocked by that. And in her confessional, she did say, like, wow, I thought, you know, me and Monique have been friends really long. I thought I could trust her, but I don't think I really can anymore to be, like, just kind of having, you know, talk. Basically, Winter can't gossip with Monique no more. So anyway, then, you know, Monique is like, you know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on because, you know, the way you're telling me the information wasn't like, you know, what they said happened. And Winter's like, well, you know me, you know my character. I would never do this. I would never do that. And Monique was like, yeah, I get it. But, you know, people don't like, you know, their husbands talked about and all this. And then next thing I know, Winter started crying. She's like, you know, this has really affected me and my kids. They are living with this every day. And it's not funny. I don't care how mad you are somebody. I was over the tears. Winter, you could say those for your kids or your mama or Kevin. I'm over it because you was just up here talking about these ladies. She just had called them ghetto Barbies in that same scene. And in her confessional, again, throwing shade in her confessional, she had called them, Ashley and Arena the ghetto Barbies. So, or gutter Barbies. I think she said gutter Barbies. Never mind. Gutter Barbies. So, I'm like, I don't have no compassion for your tears. Like, I understand Winter's going through a lot. Like she said, she's in school. She's trying to hang out with friends. She's trying to make these events. She's working, raising the kids, dealing with the divorce with Kevin. She's like, I guess it is a lot to handle. And she's basically like, you know, Monique, you got to check on your strong friend. Like, you know, it's a lot, and those girls may not understand, and I gotta, maybe not let my guard down with them so easy. And like, I get that, Winter. We feel for you. We all going through things. Like, girl, we gonna check on you. However, you throw a lot of rocks and then you want to cry. Like, no, I'm not buying the tears. I don't feel sorry for you because you did give these girls' husbands nicknames. You don't really know them. You were the one talking about Kevin at the vegan dinner that didn't nobody want to be at. Then you got mad when they gathered you and questioned you about your decision making when it came to Kevin because you didn't know where he lived. Then you tried to throw all kind of shade at them and talk about their husbands when you relayed the information to Monique. When the lunch you had with the girls that Tasha was at ended on a positive note and y'all cleared the air, but when you related to Monique, you were like, oh yeah, girl, because they was doing this and that. Like, no, like, we're not going to do that with you, Winter. Like, which one is it? You either going to be a shady bitch or you not, okay? If you going to be a shady bitch, you stand in your shady bitchness. But throwing the little shade jabs, which do be funny, in the confessionals and then talking shit to Monique on the side, but then you want to cry when they get on you. I'm not having that, Winter. Not having it. So anyway, Monique was like, maybe I could try to get the ladies to understand. And, I didn't know realize you were still going through this and like you were really affected by it because, you seem so strong. And when you talked to me about it before, you seemed so strong. So Monique gonna try to go back to the girls. I'm like, Monique, if you don't let this go, I'm so sick of it. So anyway, let's move on to the good scene where we had Chris, had all the fellas. He had DJ Quick, Jamie, and Kevin coming to lunch. So they were at Bar 1 in DC. Shout out to Peter Thomas. He made his little reality TV step through. We ain't seen him in a minute. Do love Bar 1. I've been to Bar 1 in Miami. It was so good. The ambiance is good. The food was slamming. They gave me I think they gave me a free they gave me a free birthday shot. That was last year in Miami for my birthday. So excuse me, shout out to Peter Thomas and Bar 1. I would love to go to the DC location one day. That would be the bomb. So anyway, is the bomb make me sound dated, y'all? Anyway, so Chris came, Jamie came, suited and booted. Okay, he was like, y'all didn't tell me, but he gonna be sharp, no way. Jamie and Raina do be dressed. They be dressed. I love it. So anyway, they were like, oh, who else is coming? So he said, Kevin's coming. So Kevin came with documents. He came with a binder, like Monique's binder from the Potomac, that last Potomac reunion she did. He came with a book that he said Winter was writing. He was like, so yeah, so the fella's like, yeah, we've been hearing all this stuff about you because Winter said that you was a scammer, you was a liar, you was a cheat, you did all this, and she through with you, she divorcing you, so your ex-wife Winter, so, we would love to hear your side. The fellas are happy to hear Kevin there and hear about Kevin because they tired of Winter and her foolishness about Kevin. So anyway, so then he was like, well, no, she's still my wife because I still got my ring on. I'm like, Kevin, that lady served you divorce papers. It don't matter if you're wearing your ring or not. She's divorcing you. So she is your ex-wife, sir. But if you still want to, in your mind, consider her your wife until it's final, I get it. Okay, Kevin, we're going to let you have that one. So anyway, he said, she's trying to pay me out to be this bad person and all this stuff. And, we had a lot of stuff we connected on. We both like to travel. We were together, what did he say, 15 months or something like that. And he pulled out like a book that Winter wrote about their love journey and experience or something. Oh, what is going on? Did Winter really write this book? She probably did. Winter and Kevin are a match made in heaven, y'all. They really are. They both scammers, in my opinion. So anyway, so he's like, like basically if it's so bad, why she write this book about it? Which is true. Like, why the hell you write a book about it, Winter? So anyway, then he had the binder. Then they're talking about what about the company scamming and all that. He was like, oh, okay, let me explain to you what happened. It was another person in the business that did this and that. He's looking at stuff in the binder. Jamie was like, why are you looking for that? And he asked him something about what was going on. And so basically, Kevin came there to clear his name, and they were like, okay, so you're not a scammer then. Okay, cool. We happy to know. And they said they like Kevin more than they like Winter. They understand. Jamie said, well, Kevin got a gift for Gab, and he proved his case, so he ain't mad at him. who knows what the hell was in that binder and if it was any proof. I don't know what the point of all that was, Kevin. You could take your binder and go sit down somewhere, honey. Anyway, it was funny, though. It was a good scene. So then, let's see. What am I missing? We had, I guess we got down to the final scene where they're all at the lake house, Monique's lake house. And we had all the couples there, basically. And so the DJ Quick and After, they brought them a big old bottle of vodka. They said they about to turn up. They gonna drink on the way. They gonna drink while they there. They gonna drink after the trip. They ready, okay? Monique lets them know, you know, we're gonna do this retreat thing. We have a chef coming. It's not gonna be vegan only. We're gonna, you know, they're gonna cook real food. Everybody's like, "Ooh, thank you, Jesus," because she's like, "I know I tortured y'all with the vegan dinner before." I was like, "Yes, you did, Monique, and nobody want that." So she's like, "I won't be eating it." So I guess she's sticking to her vegan stuff. Go ahead, Monique. That'd be a struggle for me, girl. So then Monique was like, "I do have to let you know, I didn't know you guys is gonna have all these issues with Winter before this trip. And I vetted a sex therapist, which I know through Winter. I got referral for Winter, and I couldn't, just invite sex therapist without inviting Winter. And I know y'all's gonna fall out like this. So," and she was like, "I don't want to set nobody up, but Winter is coming to bring the sex therapist, and she's gonna bring her into, she only gonna come in the living room and bring the sex therapist, and then she gonna leave. She's not gonna be here. She's not spending the night." So I just had to let y'all know. So everybody like, "Oh, Chad." They all looking like, Now I'm like, the sex therapist can get some GPS directions and make it to Monique's house without Winter, first of all. Like, it's not that serious where you had to invite Winter. Winter's not a couple. You could easily say, "Well, Winter is couples only, sorry, but thank you for the referral, girl." Like, it's not that deep that Winter got to bring her there. But of course, we doing TV, so we're going to play along. And it's going to be a good episode next week. So anyway, so Ashley's like, "This is gonna be some bull." So then what's his name? Chris gonna say, "Well, y'all know I invited Kevin, right?" I'm like, "Y'all said people." But it's gonna be a good episode next week. So next week look like it's gonna be good, y'all. I can't wait to watch it. Okay, so it looks like Winter gonna come and look like she gonna be there past dinner. Look like she gonna fill the rest of her head in. Look like she gonna be there, she gonna be there for dinner and everything. So she's not gonna just leave, like Monique said. Then Kevin came through to clear his name. Winter started showing out and shouting, getting ghetto herself. Talking about, "You will not be sitting next to me. You will not be with me. I don't trust you." And I'm like, "Oh Lord, what?" And everybody just looked. It was so funny. Oh, that preview scene was funny because everybody was just looking like, "What the hell is going on?" Winter and Kevin, y'all are proving our point of who y'all exactly are. Scammers. But anyway, we're going to get into that next episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought of this review and this episode of Love and Marriage DC. Like I said, it was good, but it's definitely setting us up for the drama next week. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I will talk to y'all soon. Probably be late with P-Valley because 4th of July weekend and I got plans, y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.